Hello, everybody. Welcome to Messy Monday. It is quite the Messy Monday here. We have our friend Jeff, who is back with us today. We're glad to see you. And we have another Chris who is in the chat. However, he is eating and not wanting to share with anybody. So, but thankfully, he reminded us 2-3 minutes after 8 that we had not started the show. So, the guy who's not on the show is paying attention to the show the most. So that is how our Monday is going, everyone. Glad you're here. Thank you for being here. Moto is over there in the chats. Brick Dudes is there. Big Screen Bird. My nerds. That's right. That's us. We're here. I am actually struggling to maybe build a modular building because I don't know how to do it. And just trying to figure out how the floor and the roof and stuff is going to go. So that is my little bit of struggle today. And Axel Plate, how are you? Welcome. Yvonne is here. Hello, everyone. So I have been trying to build, pay attention, and I'm not doing either one very well. So the rest of you are doing well. Chris is not here. So let's just go to Jeff. Jeff, what's going on, man? How are you? Welcome.
I'm good.
Great. What's been up, man? We've missed you.
Renovations to the house and just kind of stepped away from the hobby and live streaming in general and just kind of got my priorities back on order and still buying Lego. Still got a healthy pile of it, so just no place to build because, your house is a construction zone.
Understood. So
I am excited, though, because I did score some stuffs. I got The Thing.
You got The Thing. Yay!
Yep. And I worked for a place called Bricksville in Oklahoma. They had it, and I was like, hey. And the owner was like, yeah, of course. So
Nice.
And I'm really excited about this set. I think I talked about it once we saw it come out last year or announced. I could never get it, but Don, my secondhand man for tons of fun and the business, was like, happy birthday, Jeff. And I was like, I'm going to have a heart attack. Thanks, Don. So he got me this, and that was really nice of him. Super nice, stupidly nice. I didn't deserve it, but when my dad came down for my birthday, he was like, what do you want from the Lego store? I was like, I want this from the Lego store. So.
Yay.
Space.
Yeah. Finally get to build that, and, finally the Blacktron thing would be nice to include, and all that fun stuff. And my Space Miner count has gotten up to about 30, so I've got about 30 of these guys. So
cool.
Do something with it eventually once I can build again. But besides that, life is life. Just happy to be here.
Good deal. And the renovations, how long before your renovations are 95% complete?
They're done. Like, the only thing we haven't done is moved the bed that is in this room into the new bedroom. And we haven't gotten curtains up in the new closet because the closet is an old bedroom that we just kind of bored a hole through the house for. So, like, we joke that we live in the east wing because the entire left-hand side of the house is a bedroom, a bathroom, and then the closet is ginormous. So that's where we will be living. And then this room will turn into the Lego / Emily's stuff room too. So, and yeah, it should be good. My father-in-law built me a 4-foot by 4-foot table, and that'll go in the center of the room. That'll be the build space, and maybe I'll actually be able to get set up some stuff that I actually want to build. So that'll be nice. But that's about it. So it's done. We just need to stop being lazy.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's half the battle.
Yeah, it really is.
Wait, I thought knowing was half the battle.
We can say being lazy is half the battle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Knowing that you're lazy is half the battle.
Yeah. I've got that half. I've got that half down. So anyway, Jeff, it is amazing to have you back.
Thank you very much.
Are you going to do any conventioning this year by any chance?
No. Last year was a little too much. I was gone more than I was home, it felt like. The Lug is talking about going to Brick Rodeo, and I guess if we decide to do a collaboration that doesn't suck, I'll probably go, but right now every collaboration idea is like either pirates or something Jeff doesn't want to build. So
Okay.
as brutally honest as I can be, I guess. I
got it.
decided last year about the 6-month hiatus point that I'm only going to build what I want to build and not really, go from there.
Build the obscure stuff that you like.
That's the plan. I like space miners and other stuff, and
Life is too short to build stuff you don't want to build.
exactly.
That's correct.
So,
Lego is too expensive and life is too short. Hey, Jeff, I made a spaceship. Look,
It's nice.
you did.
it's a Star Wars smuggler spaceshipy thing. So
I kind of love it.
it's very junky. So
Yeah.
there it is.
That's the craziest looking Y-wing I've ever seen. I like
It
it.
is. It's got Y-wing engines on it. That's right.
Yeah, I like the Y-wing nacelles. That's a
More like a funky U shape, maybe.
Yeah.
So it's
There
like
was
an umlaut?
in Andor. There was that ship with Y-wing engines in Andor that flew off. And I'm like, oh, I could put Y-wings on things. Okay, let's do that.
It's the umlaut fighter. That's like the U with a little thing above it. And
That's what I'm going to call it. Anyway.
you're welcome.
All right. Chris, what did we have for dinner?
We had something that is going to make me go to the bathroom later, aka something that runs
Pockets?
toxic, not Bell. So yeah,
Hot Pockets.
but hey, it was good going down. So there was that. I have not gotten to do almost any Lego. I was stuck in Arkansas last week with my mom. She was in the hospital, but I'm
Oh,
back.
dude, how's she doing?
She's good now. It was self-inflicted, but when you forget to take your medicine for 2 days, apparently bad things happen. Who would have thunk
I'm
it?
sorry, man.
So still trying to catch up on sleep from that trip. I did manage to pick up some Lego in Arkansas pretty cheap, though. I managed to get the office set for $80, I think is what I paid for it. And I got a Sesame Street for $60.
Nice.
So I was really happy with that. Hadn't built them yet, but I also managed to score a Blackron set from a buddy. So I've got that too in the box.
Cool deal. All right. Well, good to have you back. Your printer up and running? Are you?
My
in
printer
business?
is up and running. To answer everybody's questions from earlier, yes, I will be at the meeting next week. Yes, I will be at Trains, at least some. And yes, I will be at the February show, Atlanta BrickCon. However, I'm doing all the badges for them, and I have a lot of badges to finish printing. So probably am not going to be able to get anything printed before that, but we'll.
Are you printing just like Atlanta BrickCon badges, or are we getting
I'm
like?
printing all the Atlanta BrickCon badges.
Are they making like your name?
No.
They're just doing Atlanta BrickCon. I was
There's a
curious.
lot of
I was curious. Inquiring minds.
They did not ask for names. No.
What size brick or what are they doing? Is it a
They're
badge
1x8.
brick?
Well, it's 2 1x8s.
Nice.
So it's a 2 brick badge.
Cool. That's
So
good.
there's
That's a fun surprise. Good deal. So if you are in the Atlanta area, Atlanta BrickCon is in 2 weeks. Is that right?
It's the
2.5.
first weekend of February.
First weekend of February. Yeah.
So yeah, February 4th and 5th for the public, and 2nd and 3rd for con goers, I think.
Yeah, I'm excited. Super excited. And this weekend, next weekend is Trains. Not this coming weekend, but the weekend after is Trains.
Yeah,
Trains,
we
Trains.
have a Peach Lug meeting this weekend in Johns Creek, and then next weekend is Trains over by your house.
We have
Somebody
so
read
many
the memo.
things. Let's see. Was it all these things plus Brick Fair last year? Isn't that right? We had all those things plus Brick Fair last year. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
Brick
was
Fair was this last weekend last year. So
I was so tired after the beginning of last year. It's not even funny. And then we went to Brick World, so that was awesome. All right, Mr. Van Winden, how are you today?
I'm good. Sorry, I'm just taking cargo out of my ship. Hold on. All right, I'm Harry. Maybe
You
we
are
should
Harry.
call me Harry. So this weekend I've been working on this behemoth, which is starting to get the name. I'm still working on trying to get the engines to stay up. They're not very straight right now, but trying to work on that. I'm it's hard to mount things on like a couple of Technic pins and have them be straight. But yeah, I've been working on this guy this weekend. Cargo ship where the doors slide open all the way and fold back in. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Assuming you can do it one-handed while you're holding the ship that way. So, but yeah, this will be at Atlanta BrickCon as well with my Hainer, which I just got some of the parts in for today. So I'm going to switch gears in the next few days and start building that again. And hopefully my Mosaic parts come in as well, so I can bring the Classic Space Mosaic and put it with Dana's. I was about to say with Dana's. Put it beside Dana's and have individual figs and a whole family portrait.
Do you mean David Zool? Is that who you're talking about?
Yes, that's exactly who I was talking about. Yeah. So now my goal is to figure out how to handle floppy motors, how to make these engines be more. Every word I use is not going to be
Raising.
Yeah. So I'm just going to stop while I'm ahead. I'm going to try and get these motors to sit a little better on the ship. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
So that is to me. Well, I know it's just the colors mostly. It's reminiscent of the Canadian hockey ship you made back in the day, right?
This is the new Canuck.
Do you have pictures of the old one still somewhere?
I do, back on Brickshelf. I can pull them up if you want. But
yeah, I'd love to see that because
sure,
I remember. Gosh, that's 2006, right?
Yeah, something like that.
It was at JoeCon, right?
Yeah. I'll find the pictures and throw it in private chat.
Okay, or put it up on the. We'd like to show everybody.
Well, I'll put it in private chat so you can share it because I can't.
Oh, I got you.
Or I can share my screen. If that's what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Well, give me a few minutes.
You do that.
So, Jeff, when you called it a behemoth, the first thing I thought of my weekly TTRPG group, because I refuse to use the WotC/Hasbro term.
Okay.
We played Cyberpunk Red, and we had to steal a behemoth, which is this big, huge, basically a truck tank on wheels type thing. And that was the first thing you thought about. Like, wait, where are the wheels? I don't understand.
Yeah, sorry. Bad choice of words, I guess.
All right. We will turn to you momentarily. Meredith, how are you?
I'm making trees.
Well, what is the big gray thing?
That
It's
looks
a tower.
like a castle.
Oh.
Hold on. Let me negotiate with my laptop.
Holy crap.
Did Sauron take over that house? What's going on there?
No, it's from the owl house. It has a giant eye on it. So
It's giving me the side eye. It's following me as you move. I'm freaked out.
Hold on. Oh no, I lost the Dana. I lost the remote again. Dana came over and I lost the remote for the lights.
Dana's not here, man.
Dana's not here.
So yeah, I'm trying to make trees, and this lug bulk claws were filled all the way up to the top, and now
They
it's
made
gone.
green claws. I did not know that.
Yeah, I got in bulk lug. I got like what 1,600 or 1,200 or something. 1,200. They are all now on my pine trees. So I'm trying to finish this desperately before Atlanta BrickCon.
When is that?
What?
When is Atlanta BrickCon?
It is the first weekend of February.
Oh, okay.
But this is the Owl House, which is from Natalie's newest favorite show.
It's an awesome show.
It's a great show.
Yeah.
They make fun of Harry Potter.
Fantastic.
Oh, that's good then.
So
Cool.
desperately, and now I've lost my light remote again. Natalie, I lost the remotes for my light. Okay, I guess no lights.
Present.
Oh, thank you. She brought me a Madeline.
There you go.
Well, I didn't get one.
Well, I made them this morning.
What? You didn't share. That's not fair.
They're French for donuts, pretty much.
Brick Blaze, what's up, man? Good to have you here. Good to have you here. All right. Matthew, how are you today?
I'm busy working on the 98,000 dot project, so I'll probably work on that for the next year and a half. So, but in other Lego news, Mr. Van Winden is coming down in 14 days or whatever it is, 2 weeks. So, I was increasingly feeling stressed about the fact that the guest bed is completely covered by unfinished Lego projects, random minifigs, and boxes of things that were started and then abandoned. And so one thing led to another on Saturday, and I just started tidying up. And what do you know? You could see the bed. But it also got me thinking about, when do you cut bait on a project, right? So there were a couple things that I started building, and they just went in and they were sitting on the bed, and I'm like, well, I'll come back to that. And there were a couple things that went back into the recycle resort bin on Saturday, and I said, you know what? I don't think I really am that excited about this anymore. I think I'm just going to break it down and recycle the parts. But there were a couple projects that I uncovered on the bed where I was like, this is still a good idea. So that got put into a box or got put into a shelf, so it could come back and hopefully be finished someday. So it has got me thinking about that whole process. I'm definitely somebody who, I would say, unlike Mr. Sandlin, who seems to like have an idea and sit down and just build it until it's done. I almost never build that way. And maybe he disagrees with my characterization, but I mean, I'm always amazed by, we'll be chatting either on this show or on our Saturday Zooms, and he'll just be working on something and then boom, it's done. I always work until I get to a point on a project where I'm either like, I need to think about it, or I need to order some parts in a certain color, or something else just is more urgent and I have to set it aside. I almost never build my projects in a linear straight line fashion. There's almost always a build them, set them on a shelf, come back to them, bring them back, all that kind of stuff. So I guess everyone has their difference. And then today's hat, which refers to my nickname, is we got the Big Lebowski hat in, which is Lebowski's shaped like bowling pins, which, if you've seen the movie, is amazing.
That is a
And
fantastic
I was
hat.
very sad. I thought I had missed out on the Lebowski hat, but somebody had it on eBay for the retail price, not even an exorbitant price. And so I was able to get my hands on the Lebowski bowling pins. It made my weekend when that came in the mail. So other Lego news, more bricks and pieces orders shipped, which is exciting. And I was able to open up, I got another Otter pack coming my way. And I don't know. I think that's it.
Good deal. I think I saw Jeff. Is he still here? No, he's scooted. He said he was in the private chat that he was going to go watch Last of Us, and it's really good. Whoa, let me see that. That's amazing.
So this is the top edge, and it'll be 6.6 feet tall and 10 feet wide. So this is the top of a tree, an umbrella, and then there's going to be some figures. I'm working on the next section below that. And the idea was I wanted to do one top to bottom section and then make a decision about whether I'm going to build it on these black mosaic plates, or if I'm going to switch to using like the gray base plates and somehow attach them to something else, or put a layer of plates down underneath and then put the dots on top of that, which is actually kind of more true to how the pointillism painting is. If you zoom in and look on the painting, there's kind of like a background shade, and then there's the pointillism dots on top of it. And then this black area here is all of the 16,000 dark gray dots that I'm going to be ordering on Bulklug because they're not cheap on Bricklink, and it's a lot of parts. But yeah, so this is my test plot.
So I just have one comment.
And
Here at an American,
that's with most mosaic. It looks better from a distance. I should set it up back here in the background. Like that.
So just a comment, hearing an American say 6.6 feet just blows my mind, because it's like, you guys are all inches and feet. Why are you doing decimals? Come on.
Well, that's what the website said.
We like to do extra math when it's
Apparently.
it's extra hard.
I know another not as large but large Mosaic is going to be at Atlanta Brick Con, so that's interesting. A lot of mosaics.
Oh, and to reply to Axel Plate, I did tidy up the Lego room. You can now actually walk completely around the table in my Lego build room, and all the stuff that was on the floor on either side of the chair is now on the table. So you can walk around. There's no longer a foot entrapment hazard as you circle the build table, which is, this only happens about 4 or 5 times a year that you can actually walk all the way around the table. And it's almost always when I'm expecting guests.
It's okay, Jeff. In worst case scenario, I was going to let you use my couch, man. It's fine.
Oh well. Guest room sounds
And
good as well.
Well, the problem for Chris and I is we're 30 to 45 minutes in good traffic away from
Yeah.
the convention this year. So
It was very
not-
convenient last year.
yeah,
You
20
might
minutes
wanna
down
be
the road
backyard,
and buy my favorite burger. You know, hey, that
Right?
was the best.
Is there good places to eat over there? I don't know if I've ever actually stopped at that exit before. So
are
Well,
you
the
talking about my house?
Sugarloaf's right across the street from the convention, isn't it?
is it?
Yeah,
Yes.
There's
according to the
It's not
I don't know.
across
Google
the
mapping
street.
I've done. Well, it's
Well,
across the
across
highway.
the street, a major interstate between the two of them. Yes, but
Well, that's close enough. It's like
It's
what,
It's like
5 minutes
three-
drive?
8 or
it's
10
like
lanes. It's fine,
two-
man. It's fine.
It's like 2.8 miles away. I don't know
wait,
what
wait,
that is.
I'm
in
sorry.
kilometers.
You need to speak to him in kilometers because he
No,
doesn't-
no, 2.8 miles. Like, I don't know. I guess that makes sense because you're not going to say 2 miles at this many feet.
That's 5 kilometers. Yeah, 5 kilometers, somewhere in there.
It's. I live in Ontario. It's freaking close. I drive 2 hours to go see people. It's close.
It's close.
Gotcha.
I mean, that's kind of like going across town sometimes here. So yeah.
All right. Jeff Van Winden, here is the old Canadian
yeah.
Canuck spaceship here. I see it.
Yeah.
I
Not
really
enough
like that
guns.
thing.
Needs more guns.
It actually had missile turrets up top. Hold on, let me
It,
get.
it needs more. It needs hockey sticks.
It needs. Well, this was pre hockey sticks because this is 2006.
I have a few hockey sticks. Do I need to bring them with me?
No, because this is not the ship that's currently in. Sorry, I'm trying to find it. You know what? It's probably better just go up and find
You
the
could
image.
sneak hockey sticks onto his
Um,
build when he's not looking.
I mean, I do like the face-off circle on the side, though. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well. Where is it? Sorry, I'm just trying to find the picture of the weapons rack. Oh, here we had missiles on. Really? We had missiles on top. Of that kind of-
Ooh.
There it is. Yeah.
Yeah, they need hockey sticks.
Yeah. Little hockey stick sticking out of the end of the missiles. That would be funny.
So
Yeah, that's a cool ship.
Yeah.
I love how the lean back is on that tower and everything. So cool.
You know, thinking back now, the color scheme, just because it did remind me of hockey, is it reminds me of Nintendo ice hockey on the original Nintendo. Is what
Oh my
it reminds me
goodness. Natalie got bored the other day, so we were playing that on the Switch, where you have the fat guy, the skinny guy, and the regular guys. And I was owning her at it, and she's like, "How do you play this so well?" I'm like, "I used to spend hours trying to figure out how to beat your uncle at it, and he'd always beat me."
Yeah, good old fashioned 4-on-4 hockey.
Mm.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's amazing. I
like
believe
it.
that was the first time you came to. I can't remember. Did you used to come to the old brick fairs too, or is that your first?
I was at every Brick Fet from 2002 to 2006. I was there 4 years straight.
Brick fair or brick fet?
Brick Fest.
Brick fest. Yeah. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're both wrong because
Yeah.
Hey,
right,
Axel, it might be Canadian, but it's coming to America. It needs more
That's true.
guns.
NES.
I'm pretty
ice
sure
hockey,
it's required when you cross the border. You got to, you know.
I have to declare if I'm bringing guns.
Please.
But yeah, I had built this originally so I could package it down to like it was segmented. I'm just trying to find that shot because it is here somewhere. Up.
I remember
Oh,
being
Brick
young
Shelf,
enough
there
that
it is.
there were not ads on Brick Shelf.
That's basically all the components of it.
Nice.
So
That's pretty cool.
I could fairly
I-
easily assemble
I
it.
wish
see
I
the
was a
UCS
good.
toilet.
I wish I was a builder that could build modular things like this. I mean, I do it with houses, but not with ships, and that's pretty cool.
I see the UCS toilet parts in there.
The UCS what pair parts?
Toilets. Go to all the way to the right bottom corner, and then go 2 left and 1 up.
Oh,
That-
okay.
Yeah, that's the parts they use for the toilet.
Fair enough.
Awesome.
So
Yep,
Yeah.
I remember. 2006 was the kind of the end of the era for the I guess the OG conventions. I think it was fun though.
wasn't that when Joe Fest?
Yeah, it was Joe Fest. Yeah,
Apparently, they had rebel pilots controlling the ship.
it's what we had in those days, man. It's what we had.
I could, you know what? I would almost say I'm trying to think. Joe, this was pre-Joe Fest. I'm pretty sure I brought this to GMU.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe you did. Gosh, I don't remember now. I mean, I remember it at the Sheridan for sure.
Yeah, I don't remember. I'll be honest with you.
Gosh, so long ago.
Yeah, exactly. And there's no I don't have any shots of the area. Oh, actually, yeah, no, it was Joe Fest because that's the movie clacker thing.
Yep,
Nice.
there it is.
Nice train
Yeah.
controller.
That one wasn't mine. I think that was Adrian's ship.
That's
right beside it.
that's Stanlin's ship right there.
Oh,
No,
Stanlin.
that's
Oh,
the
okay.
Asmodeus
I was
right
parked
there.
right beside Mark the whole time.
You park right beside Mark.
No wonder no one's live. No, I'm just joking.
Evil. The fruits of evil. That's when we were really we had lots of floor space, but we had so much space there that we were really
Space.
crowded in, if I recall.
Yeah,
Space.
I agree.
Yeah. Good times. Good times. And we were still using, brick shelf and everything. How we changed so much after that. It's
Yeah, we
crazy.
all started using other things that went spreading out everywhere, and it became horrible.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Sandlin, since you have unmuted and it is your turn, how are you, sir?
Good. I am actually working on a project like Matthew was saying when we were doing our Zoom chat the other day. I decided completely at random that I was going to build a something for our show that we have next week. Our Pizza Lug show we are displaying at a train museum, so the whole show is going to be only town and train. So I decided, well, I don't know, I'll make something, and I started gathering pieces together, and then I kind of randomly decided, you know what, I'm going to make a Chinese restaurant because I had that VIP pack that was on the store, the Lunar New Year VIP bonus pack I got with my order recently. And I started pulling pieces together because I had some extra bits and bobs left from when I did City of Lanterns. So over the past 3 days, I have built
Sweet.
this restaurant.
Nice.
I love the lobster.
It's very cool.
So yeah, this is a copy of the Shrimp Chef sign that's in City of Lanterns, but I had the pieces and stuff, so I just put one together and decided I'd use it for the front sign. And then a lot of these gold elements came in that VIP bonus pack thing, like little bamboo plants that are out there. And then I'm going to get some doors and windows from Matthew because I've used all of the ones that I had. I built a couple little air conditioning units, put them on the roof like that. And I was just sitting here working on an interior, which Matthew never does. So
Overrated.
I made a little, got a little kitchen in there, got some little decorations, a little table of food.
Hey, the duck doesn't have its head, man. Come
I
on.
was about to say, is the guy going to chop the head off the duck?
Well, Lego didn't provide a head for it, but we got a table and a little side table with desserts on it. We got a little table with tea in that front window there. And
It's very themed. I really like it.
It is.
Yeah. Got a little kitchen in the back. Little kitchen. And I used a couple of the extra little roof pieces to just sort of put them on the edge of the kitchen. Like so many kind of Americanized Chinese restaurants will have like a little sort of kind of tacky decorations in front of the kitchen, like a little fake roof and stuff like
Right.
that. I was doing that kind of thing. So yeah, it's coming along pretty good.
Good deal. All right.
Looks good.
So,
Hey, have a great night, Blake. Brick Blaze.
see you, Brick Blaze. I don't know if Blaze is doing his show. Hey, Paul.
Yep, we do not hear you, Paul.
You there,
Brick Blaze
Paul?
is doing his show. He said.
He is?
earlier. Yeah.
No.
Can't hear you,
no,
Paul.
no.
Sorry. Well, Paul's better seen than heard, I guess. He popped in earlier. I wonder if it's grabbed his mic.
Oh,
And then he popped in again. So you might want to reboot there, Paul, if you're still listening, and pop back in. So okay, so I'm building on a building here. Jake and I are gonna build a modular he built, however. And we're gonna turn this into a 2-story modular, but he built an arcade, but he built the Atari controller for the top, which is this life-size Atari controller. So we'll use it as a sign. And he built, it says comic right there. Anyway, so we're gonna take that apart and make a comic arcade shop or whatever out of that. So maybe we'll have it for the convention. I don't know, but it's fun. And I'm building a corner burger joint here. So, but I don't know what I'm doing. So I just don't. I don't. Matt, you can come to the house and help me. That'd be great.
I'm a kind of doctor who does house calls.
So what kind of modular are you building, Chris?
Well, I'm building a corner for the burger joint, and then I'm going to build one that'll snap onto it to be a 16 by 32 2-story with the arcade or whatever in it. So
Ooh, fancy.
I don't know all the techniques, so I'm just trying to figure out like the depth of the floor, and then what I'm going to do for the awning on a corner. Every time I've seen Lego do it, they cheat. They put awning and then they put a certain symbol in the middle instead of making that curve. So I was trying to figure that out. I mean, I could use the curvy bit here, but attaching it and it not being funky looking is kind of baffling.
Yeah,
So.
and I can go in the bedroom and check, but I want to say the standard height was like 9 bricks high per floor. It might be 8. I don't remember.
Oh well, no, I'm talking about since I've got this built and I raised up.
Oh, okay.
To have a nice little line there.
Ooh, that is nice.
So
Like
with
masonry use, it's good.
Yeah. So got the steps and everything going in and everything with the floor on the interior. I don't want to be too far down because I have to build steps out of the from the door, unless they don't worry about that. I don't know if Lego worries about that or not. So I'm just trying to figure that out. But I've got to figure seating, and the kitchen area will be here in the back. So I'm just trying to figure where I'm going from there. So
If only it was Mills.
I'm
I'm just messing with you.
I don't know Mills. Anyway. All right. Why are y'all being quiet? Y'all are being all quiet.
Doug came down and was whining and demanded me snuggle.
It is the downtown Hazard County burger joint. That is correct.
Doug is demanding snuggles.
Doug.
And I hadn't realized Dana came over to pick some Technic up. Dana had never met Doug.
I haven't either.
Yeah, Dana told me. He said Doug was amazing. So
He was amazing for 5 minutes, then Doug spent the rest of the time in his timeout crate. I gave him 3 chances.
what did Doug do?
Doug just wanted to smell Dana because of I think the cat dander. I don't know. He's been doing better, and he just did not.
I mean, that's a lot of different cats. Let's be honest.
I think it's. I'm not trying to blame Dana's cats, but maybe it was the cat dander. I don't know. He's been a lot better about not jumping when meeting new people. Brian will bring by my office once a week for 5 minutes, just to go. All my coworkers like seeing him for 5 minutes, and he's gotten to the point where he won't jump anymore. But I don't know. He was jumping. He was excited. He smelled cats.
Well, I'm just going to say, and probably Sandlin is the same way. When I meet Doug for the first time, I'm going to get Doug in trouble because I'm going to be like, "Come here, buddy," and I'm going to be hugging him and letting him jump on me. I want him to jump on me. I want him to be my friend. I want him to smell all the things. So
Agreed.
yeah.
Definitely agreed.
Doug's a lover. He's here to love. He wants to be everybody's buddy.
As long as he doesn't have Mississippi Leghound in him, I'm good. So
Right.
No, he as I said, that has been taken care of because yeah, Doug and I were having lots of conversations about how when people sit down, they want to relax and not have you. Yeah,
But before Stanley can say it, if he does light into you, best to just let him finish.
as we were saying, I was telling Doug, Doug, my leg cannot consent to what you'd like.
That is, and I gave Nick a treat, and he went off back to his owner.
Yes.
So.
No, he had his cone of shame on for 10 days after that appointment. Cone of shame.
I think this is a Paradisa torso for Mare.
Yeah, I think it is. It's for one of the horse stable thingies.
It's old pink. Well, I have been putting together some more adventurers figures, and like I have Achu together, which is really cool.
Bless you.
Yeah.
One heck of a
And-
headdress.
From the Orient thing, the temple guy, temple guardian statue guy with the little fiery eyes, which is actually pretty cool. His little eyes, the only print on him are these freaky glowy eyes or whatever. And the only other, the Batlord helmet is this is in dark gray, which is pretty cool. And I finally found the cape to put the Ming kind of guy. I mean, he looks like Ming the Merciless, but he's like the emperor in the Orient sets and everything, which is a really good line of was it the last line of adventurers? I think it was. But I liked it. So
They're old sets, Axel.
yes, they are. Anyway, so we sold some Whatnot figures, and actually had some folks in the room buying some 90s figures. So
I just found the head. I found that, speaking of figures, I found the head for my Green Ninja Girl. So there you go.
is that the same as Sandy? Biff and Sandy?
I think maybe.
It could be. Hang on, I'll check.
I think it might be the same head.
And
It
where
is.
are you in your great minifig sail off adventure? Are you
Well-
halfway?
No, I mean I've got a lot of Star Wars that I'm keeping unless somebody makes. But I would say we've sold a fifth of the minifigs out of my room. I'm guessing
Wow.
maybe more than that, but there's a butt ton in here still. I mean, here I don't
Metrics,
know.
right? That's a metric measurement.
It is. So there's right over here in my sale board. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 32 by 32s full of minifigs right here that we put together over the weekend. So, and I
You know how
have,
to have a good time, don't you?
yeah. This is the only way to get my wife in the Lego room is that, she's making money and everything. Oh, dude, speaking of, Stanley Pratt in the chat. That's one of my good customers there. Stan is a really good guy and a really good customer, but he also usually complains that his wife doesn't need to know that he's on the Whatnot buying the figures. So I do believe Stanley purchased an Agent's bad guy that was a good price for him. But anyway. But yeah, I sold off some of the original, not Agents, but Alpha Team. I have a bunch of Alpha Team sets, so a bunch of those figures, which are great figures, but selling off the extras.
I gotta go put Nat to bed and Doug to bed. They go
And
to bed.
Doug's already in bed. I can tell.
No, he wants snugs. He wants to sleep with us, but he snores really bad, so he goes in his crate. I'm a mean mom. Mean mom.
Hey, I recommend the crate because once upon a time, the dog decided to chew up the rug in the middle of the night, and it cost about $3,000 in vet surgery bills. So
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm a big believer in crates.
Yeah. Doug likes his crate. He goes there when he's sad or uncomfortable. It's his comfort place. So
up beside me or Mel is Bo's comfort place. See ya.
Night.
Dogs.
We're all like waving by and saying goodnight late.
She's going, bye.
I figured out how to get 2 engines on. So, yay.
Do I have to sell? I got I got a lot of old castle. There's Chima all over the place. I don't know if they're all together because like when Jake loved to tear figs apart and rebuild them, when Chima came, it was like tear them apart Zilla. So, and the bad thing about Chima is they are just all about the same, except for just, he has an eye patch and he doesn't. And there's like 57 different of each one. And, so yeah, Hope Castle, if you want some Chimas, you just let me know and I'll keep up with Chimas.
And Chris, if you have any castle ones built by the time Atlanta BrickCon comes your way, I might be interested.
Hang on, I'll show you a couple.
Not that I'm building RVs or anything, but
Oh, where'd she go?
Hopefully I got enough of these today to last me for this build at least. The white supports.
Well, in honor of HasLabs sending me my Proton Pack today that I ordered in 2021, I finally have it. I'm very happy about it. But I came across one of my old Ghostbuster figures we used to, when we did decaling. And it's hard to see on the camera, but it's really detailed and you can read a whole name, unlike the Lego stuff.
Maybe Mark or Chris can blow you up.
You just
literally.
can't
Hang on, I
focus my camera really well. So that was my homemade Proton Pack.
Oh, there you go. It's focused.
Nice.
I have one with a working cyclotron and lights, but
Of course you do.
It's in the other room, so I'm too lazy to go get it. But yeah, anyway, it's better than go in Legos. I also this week got a bunch of new parts from some people I order from in Korea a lot, and they're all custom parts. So, but like they have Harry Potter robes that fit on a body. So I can't find her hair, but here's Cho Chang, and you can just kind of maneuver. Oh, I guess I should do this on camera. Anyway, you can kind of maneuver this. Well, you take the arms off. Put this on like so. Oops. And then pop her arms back in. And you now have a Harry Potter figure with
Oh wow.
a Gryffindor robe on.
Oh, that's cool.
That is
I don't think I think Cho Chang was not Gryffindor, but that's okay. And also have like a Gryffindor scarf that you can wear over the front. It's really cool. And I got some various Jedi robes that fit really well. These are really nice parts. It's from a place I go to in Korea a lot that I like, and I get a lot of World of Warcraft stuff from them as well. So, but well, you know me in minifigures. That's the way it is.
Nice.
They also I got a wedding dress and tuxedo and all kinds of crazy stuff. It's hard plastic. It's not like rubberized or anything, and it's really nice. I gotta say, it's very quality work. Here's somebody with a hoodie you can wear.
Nice. All right, here you go, Jeff. Here's some Castle figs I've got right now. So
cool.
And I know that this guy right here is really mega pricey. Let me back that up right there. So this guy right here with the feather, I think he's worth like 60, 70, 80 bucks, something crazy like that.
Yeah, I'm not that crazy.
Well, yeah. You get the friends and family discount, so which is 3%.
3%. That's
In
American
metric.
3%. So
You get to pay American prices. That's the discount.
yeah, well, that's the disadvantage for sure.
You won't have to claim it at the border. So,
Well, it's used, so
oh, is that right? If it's used, you don't have to claim it.
yeah, we don't pay taxes on used items usually.
Well, don't buy a car and register it in Georgia, as I found out the hard way.
Oh no, what happened?
Well, no, when I first moved here, apparently you have to pay tax on a car that you've already paid tax on in another state when you move to Georgia. It's kind of crazy.
Oh yeah.
No.
That was the worst thing I'd ever dealt with, and I was not a happy camper about that.
Huh?
Apparently, you do that even if you buy it from somebody for $1.
Really?
Yeah. See, in Arkansas, you only pay tax on the sale price. Not in Georgia, apparently. Some ad valorem stuff or something.
That might just be an Arkansas, Georgia rule, just because they know you guys are gullible. No, it's
Yeah, that's possible. I'm not going to say it's not. I mean,
That's because in Arkansas they know people are too poor to only pay taxes once on something. So
right.
I say that as a 5-year resident.
Well, I mean,
But
I
you're
know
still
that.
not wrong.
Well, I know that you here when you buy a car, you pay all the tax up front, and then you pay every year $20 or so. You have to I have to get
Yeah.
inspected and turn that in, and then get my little sticker that I pay $20 for. So
Yeah, but you also pay tax on a car that you bring into the state, not just buying it in the state, which is what I didn't understand.
that's ridiculous. That's where they get you.
Yeah.
Our yearly license fee used to be $110, I think, to get the sticker on the car. And our government waived that like last year, so I just signed up for a 2-year certificate.
I think Nick's got an offer for you there.
Oh, Nick.
Nick, you need to come down. I know you don't want to come to Atlanta because you don't like Atlanta, but you need to come to Atlanta BrickCon. That would be amazing for you to just show up. Actually, it would be amazing if you were planning on it, and all of a sudden we're just sitting there talking, and then you just come up and drop a really dry comment that cracks us up, and we just don't know you're there, and that would be the best. Absolute
If
best.
Nick came, it would be like Sherman burning Atlanta for the second time.
Now
I
you
don't
forget
think so.
Nick did live in Atlanta for a little while. He worked here for a bit, so
And I say
Nice.
that having met Nick. So
yeah.
the thing about meeting Nick at Brick Fair, Virginia, is that he was masked, so I couldn't tell when he said things if there was a sarcastic grin. So I just had to imagine the sarcastic grin.
There never is. It's just
No.
sarcasm. It is
It's
pure
straight face.
sarcasm and hilarious. Deadpan delivery, spot on. So you missed nothing. You got the full Nick experience. So
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
are you having trouble, Jeff?
Mhm.
You were mumbling under your.
Oh, I just said, oh, geez. No, I'm trying to get these engines to stay a little bit more in place. I've got just pulling the gear off.
Have you tried to like double the thickness of those supports or whatever?
Well, I don't have any more of the pieces, but it's not the supports. I'm trying to get these from not drooping a little bit. So because I've got basically the friction pins, I've got 2 friction pins, right? So technically I can hold that gear and it will stay straight,
Mm-hmm.
but every once in a while it starts to drop. So I'm going to throw another gear on this side, like another 8-tooth gear on that side, and hope that that's enough friction so that it doesn't easily turn.
Are you gearing that so it will you can make it you can pivot it, or is it?
Yeah,
that's-
it pivots on these points. Hold on, I'll pop it back on here. Because the engines they're VTOL engines, right?
right.
So I just realized that by pivoting it, I have to turn it too. So the engines will hopefully stay straight and then go this way as well.
Cool.
So, but I think the extra friction pin on the other side will hopefully hold it better in place. So, but yeah, it works better than the original piece I had, which was just one of these, which has 0 friction.
Oh yeah, it's all floppy.
All floppy. You said it, not me.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I know. You never do.
I don't know what that means.
This one's getting pretty heavy. Everybody's
We're
so
so
busy
boring.
working.
We're so
No.
boring tonight. We what's going on?
Atlanta BrickCon prep.
Yeah, everybody's building.
Yeah.
So we did some throwback movie watching this weekend as I was working on projects. And we went back and watched The Godfather 1, 2, and Dakota, which I didn't know this, but he didn't want to call it Godfather 3. He wanted to call it Godfather Dakota, the death of Michael Corleone. Anyway, so we watched those 3 movies, and we watched Working 9 to 5 with Dolly Parton.
Nice.
Well, the movie.
And I have to say that movie has really held up well. I mean, many of the workplace issues have not changed, unfortunately, in the 30 years since that movie was made. Maybe they're not quite as blatant, but there's still issues. And Dolly Parton is just, I mean, there's sometimes you get these singers who go into acting, but I don't know. I think she's pretty good. I mean, she reads natural when she delivers her lines. Like, she doesn't sound wooden. It's just a fun movie. Lily Tomlin, I swear, never ages. She always looks the same in every single thing I've ever seen her in. Doesn't matter what calendar year it is. So that was a lot of fun. And then we watched The Godfather. And I will say this about The Godfather, that watching it this time, and it's been probably a decade or more since the last viewing, I was just struck by how when I watched the Godfather movies when I was younger, I got more caught up in the drama and the suspense of what's going to happen. But watching it this time, I was just like, yeah, he basically blew up everything that he claimed to care about. I was like, it's really much more tragic than I remember watching it in my 20s or 30s, where I was like, ooh, it's a mobster story. Watching it as an adult, I'm like, yeah, he ended up killing half his family, and spoiler, ruining
Hey,
multiple
man,
marriages.
thanks for ruining it, buddy. Thanks for ruining
Thanks, man.
I'm sorry.
Nick is making me laugh in chat, though, I have to say.
I knew it was you, Fredo. I knew it was you.
He wanted you to sing the 9 to 5 song. I think he's
Working
Working
9 to
9 to
5. What a way to make a living. Gonna something to break the words.
I know when to
It's
stop.
all taking and no giving. Got to move ahead. But the boss won't seem to let me.
Well, you knew more words than I did. I
was singing it today at lunchtime when I was in the kitchen, and Thomas is like, you know all the words? I was like, it was a top 40 radio hit. I'm that old.
right. Thanks. We watched The Last of Us today. Jake was all about it.
Is that out already?
Yeah, it's on HBO Max or whatever. And
I like the game.
yeah, he's Jake's all nerding. He reads and knows a lot about all movies and cinematography and stuff. So he was super jazzed about it. And he's also like, it's going to be like The Mandalorian. I mean, yes, it has the guy that plays the Mandalorian in it, and he's trying to get a kid somewhere else and everything. And I'm like, well, I guess it kind of seems the Mandalorian-ish, but he's like, but so I mean, it was a post-apocalyptic thriller kind of thing, and it was really good. I guess the thing that was freaky about it is they explain what causes they have a Merv Griffin kind of show with some scientists on it to start and explain how a pandemic could happen. And the bad thing is it was plausible, or it sounded plausible. So immediately as I'm sitting here listening, I'm like, no, that would work. And that's pretty terrifying. So that added to the sense of foreboding in the show.
Wait a second. So they explained in a show what happened, unlike the show that went on for like 20 years based out of Atlanta?
Yes, they explain.
Just
That's the
wondering.
first thing they do is like, it's a fungus, and so and which was
I'm
was
not bitter
cool.
or anything. I'm just saying.
No, it's cool. Which added to the tension of the thing. It's like, oh dang, that could be plausible and everything. And so it was really good. The opening hour and a half little mini episode movie, whatever, was really good for an hour and a half. I want to see what that is. And so I'm chomping at the bit for the rest of it. So those are cool.
Yeah. So you got like sidebar. So Gryffindor scar and robe. Then there's a Jedi. I can't. This is so backwards. Jedi robes here, and then I have outer robes as well. And then this was like just this really cool little coat thing they made, so I bought it.
That's cool.
And it just kind of drapes over. I really liked them. It was good parts.
All right. What was the who makes those?
It's Lab 9. It's in Korea. It's not an American company. They're kind of a higher end minifigure maker.
See, Lab 9 from Korea. Wasn't that a Jerry Anderson puppet animation show? Was that? I think it was. I don't know.
I think that's where the monster comes from in that South Korean movie called The Host, Lab 9.
That I've never seen.
So just before COVID started, there was a show. We just lost Chris.
We did.
Just before COVID started, there was a show I was watching called The Last Ship. I don't know if anybody's seen it. And I was watching it just as COVID started, and I'm like, I might take a break for a little bit on this show because it was a very similar idea, except for everybody's dying. And
I liked that show. That was a good show. Wish I hadn't canceled it.
Yeah, I think
finish it.
How many seasons of that did they make?
5, I think. 4 or 5. I don't remember the exact.
I think
number.
we kind of dropped it after 3 and just didn't return back to it. And once I get like a half a season or more away from something, I'm like, that's too much work. I'm not watching that anymore. So
we went back to watch
now, so
Station 11, which involves a pandemic, and it was uncomfortable how realistic it felt. I have to say, like I was sitting there going, like, no, this doesn't seem at all unrealistic that something like this could unfold this way. And I don't know. I've always been something of a connoisseur of like end of the world movie type scenarios, but I enjoyed that a lot less after living through a mild pandemic.
you're like, well, I've been there, done that. That's not so bad. Or it's terrible, but it, been there, done that. So I get it.
Don't need to be reminded.
Yeah, right. All right, Mr. Sandlin, how is your progress there?
It's good. Let me grab one tile.
How did Dragon Cleanup go on Saturday? Can you walk around in the basement now?
A little more. He actually put his dragons away on the shelf, so only half the floor is covered in Lego now.
It's progress.
So I populated my restaurant with people now, so we've got like the people's in there.
Let me give you a zoom here.
Look at that.
They're having their meal.
You could just say they ate the head first.
Yeah, we got
There you go.
these people over
It's
here.
a delicacy.
Tea.
It is.
We got the chef in the kitchen there. There he is.
Nice.
Is this? It can't be the Swedish chef though, because it's a Chinese restaurant.
Actually,
Hey.
that'd be kind of funny to put them in there, though.
Could
It's
be.
fusion.
Yeah.
It's fusion. Nice.
Oh wait, let's see it again all together.
Okay.
Sticking the roof on back on it.
Yeah, I was just putting the roof on there. Okay. Here we go.
It's awesome.
Just need lights.
And then I've got I have a little ladder to get up on the roof in the back.
All those pretty.
In case the roof is on fire.
Yep. And I'm gonna make maybe a little dumpster to put in the back because why not?
Make sure you put a little fire in it.
The 2020 dumpster. On
Anybody
fire.
interested in the rumored Disney 100-year collectible minifig series?
No.
I have heard something about that.
18 characters. It's interesting. I'm just trying to give us a topic to talk about.
So I am not a Disney person, and I bought the first Disney collectible minifig line, expecting that it would draw in a lot of Disney non-Lego people, and I would make a killing selling it on Bricklink. It has yet to sell on my Bricklink store.
I will say they did not market that well. And there's a lot of people to this day that'll come to my house like, how'd you get all these minifigures from Disney? And I'm like,
Yeah.
well, it was a whole series of them. But
Maybe I should put it on eBay.
I've had a few sets sell through my Bricklink store, for sure. So there is an audience for them, but yeah, I think it's just get people realizing they're there.
yeah.
Um,
Like, I mean, the castle sold pretty well, as did the train station, but they sold those in Disney World, like
Yeah.
actually in the park itself.
Mhm.
So, they went like hotcakes.
and the
Yeah,
actual,
because you're not really considering your budget and money when you're in the Disney park. Right?
Exactly. Oh, I have a magic band. Yes.
Mickey's paying for it.
Axel Plate asked the A-frame house. Matthew,
yeah.
what do you think of the? I think it's
I
amazing.
love it.
Yeah.
That guy regularly puts out just gorgeous builds year after year. I was so happy for him. I told him on Instagram I was super happy to see it come out, and it looks, other than the trees which look kind of mangled compared to the original, the building looks pretty close to what he submitted, and I will absolutely be buying that set. I just think it's quite lovely.
I'll be honest. I thought it was one of the better ones as far as going from the original to the Lego version.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like they didn't change it that much. We have friends in our hometown, and they have an A-frame house. So I sent it to them, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, we're getting that first day!" And then, of course, they don't buy Lego. They're like, "Is it really $200 and something?" I'm like, "Yes." So you want that? Is it 200? I can't remember what the price is.
I thought it was cheaper than that. I'm just pulling it
Is
up.
it
now.
160?
I don't remember
can't
offhand.
No, not. I think it's about 200. I think that's right. I don't know.
I'm pulling up the Canadian version, so I'll tell you, in real dollars, what it is.
Yeah,
If it
I don't
actually-
remember. And I agree with you. The trees. It looks like they've been through a hurricane or something, and all the leaves are gone.
So
Yeah, they look
239
kinda
Canadian. Hold on, I'm pulling it up in American now.
He's coming to America.
It is 179.
Thank you. I was just gonna get
179.99.
there. Jeez. Anyway.
I just typed in
179.
A-frame, so
Yeah, so did I, but I had to switch from Canada to the United States, so I had to do a URL switch. 240 Canadian. Which, I mean, considering that the modular was like $300, I'd say that's a decent price.
How much was a
Yeah.
modular? Oh, 300
Well, Canadian. 300 Canadian.
Oh, okay. I was like,
And the
I was
modular
really
was
confused
ugly.
for a second there, buddy.
28.
And the
2000.
modular was ugly. And it was that
82.
price.
The Jazz Club. I'm not a super fan of it, but I'll probably still pick it up.
I'm only
Uh,
getting it if I get it on sale or something. I'm just very underwhelmed.
The Jazz Club is 800 more pieces, though, so I guess that makes sense price-wise.
I'm still kicking myself. I missed out on picking up a bookshop for 120.
For 120.
They were that price?
It was a deal, and I just
never saw
hell,
it.
I don't have the money right now, and
Yep.
that's on me.
Yeah.
Oh,
All
during
right.
my work. Oh,
Go
Sorry,
ahead.
guys.
Go ahead, Jeff.
well,
Go
I was
ahead.
just gonna say during my workday today, I mapped all the Lego stores between my house and Georgia, and then back through Ohio and Tennessee, and then I mapped them also going back through North Carolina, and up through Pittsburgh. So,
Are you gonna
Yeah,
go
but how
by
many
and see
counties are you going
Rich?
to take off?
sorry, counties, no idea. Rich, what did you say?
Are you going to go by and see Rich? Are you going to go up to Pennsylvania?
No.
Or are you going to?
No, I like Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, not like Eastern Pennsylvania.
I don't know. It's like going to somebody says, "Are you from
Is the
Atlanta?"
north
And then
the
they ask you
northeast
somebody
though?
in
Is it
Macon.
really that wide to care?
I have no idea. It's America. It's America. I know. I enter a state, and eventually I get out of it. Eventually, Virginia is the worst. I have to say. No, Maryland. One of the East Coast, Virginia or Maryland. You drive through those states forever until you get to Brick Fair. I forget what state it was.
Virginia or Maryland?
Drive Texas east to west and tell me what's forever.
Maryland is a very skinny state.
Okay, so coming down from Western New York, there's one of the highways, and I don't remember what state it is. I'll be honest. Maybe it's going through Pennsylvania. It's Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, you're probably categorying through it too, so that doesn't help. So when we end up on Map Chat yet again to end our show. So
you're welcome.
Hey, I didn't push it that direction. I just want to point it out.
You didn't start it, but I got you.
Oh, and I haven't had a chance to build it yet, but I did pick up the esports trailer truck that I thought was really cool.
Except for the truck looks like crap, I have to say.
It might. I don't know. I just got it for the
fun.
esports part. I thought it was fun.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. All right. Well, anyway, we are past an hour. We're going to go ahead and land the plane here. Thank y'all for being here with us today. Thank you for hanging out with us on a Messy Monday. And hope you be awesome and build awesome. Good night, everybody.